would like to give a special nail addict shout out to Sammy the Goat, Ashley Etheridge, Criminal Claus, and April Shorty for being the first four to comment on my last video. Thank you so much. Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So I have some PR from AZUREBEAUTY. It's a dip powder kit, and it's 8 pieces. They're all 10 grams. And then they have the 4 pieces for like the liquids. Those are 10 milliliters as well. I love the packaging on their dip powder kits, and I kind of want to get back into dip powder a little bit more. So I know I always say this, but I'm going to try to come back with another set after the one today, just to kind of get some practice again with dip powder. I want to do different things like try to do a French with dip, which I've never done. I want to try to do some more color blocking, different things like that. But yeah, this is how it looks when you pull it out, and it comes with an instruction manual. Now this one sheet I'm going to show is really informative, but this one here is just the user manual that basically has the pictures with the directions on how to properly use the powder. It has like the customer service if you had any question, the warnings about the actual product itself. But those pictures are always very, very useful, and it gives you a full step-by-step on how to achieve some really nice dip powder nails. And again, this is always very, very useful. It also does come with an after service card, so I guess if like you had any concerns afterwards, you can definitely reach out here if you have any problems with the package itself when you get it. And then this one here was really informative. So it's like a color changing difference, so it shows like how it looks after the layers. So 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, and I think that was very informative. Like, I mean, you kind of assume that, but to see it, it makes you feel even better. It does come with the extras. I like to show these first. I love that they gave swatch sticks to swatch out the dip powders. So amazing, because my swatch sticks are super long, so it's always kind of difficult with dip powder. They give you 2 extra brushes so that if any of your brushes get gooped up, you can easily interchange them with those brushes and try and clean out your brush, replacing it. They give you 2 wooden sticks, which are also like used as cuticle pushers, and then a little file. I love this little plastic tray they gave for you to pour over the dip powder. That's really useful because my nails are always pretty long. They gave you this nice brush. The brush is really cute, but I feel like it's a little small for dip powder. I mean, it works, but yeah, I feel like the brush should be a little bit bigger. This buffer feels really nice. I love like how a nail looks when it's buffed, and that's pretty nice. It does come with 4 liquids, but this one here kind of threw me off because they normally come with the base, the activator, the top coat, and then like a brush saver. But with this particular kit, it came with your base, the activator, a gel top, and a matte top coat. So I've never had a matte top coat from a dip powder kit, and I found that to be pretty interesting, although I do miss the brush saver because it does actually help if anything goes on with your other liquids. It came with 8, like I said, 8 dip powders, and those are the colors there. Just looking at them, really nice array. So it's like a fall dip powder kit, and I'm here for fall. I'm loving it. I've already started a Halloween set that's not so Halloweeny. It's okay. And that'll come out tomorrow because I should have been posted it. So it'll be out tomorrow. Even though I don't post on Fridays, I will definitely still get that up. So I'm now just trying to get these swatch sticks out so we can get to swatching these dip powders and just see these beautiful shades. So this first one here, I'm already loving the color through the bottle. Again, these jars are 10 grams. I feel like they last pretty long because, I mean, unless you're just doing a set fully with you know, one color continuously, they do last pretty well. But again, that color, just looking at the pattern, it looks so pretty, so nice. So I'm going to take the base on the Swatch stick and I'm going to apply a layer of that there and then dip it in so that we're able to see the color here. And this color is absolutely amazing. It's like a darker nudie shade. I love it. Really nice. So the next one is definitely for me Screaming Falls. Anything like with like a burnt orange or like a yellow or a green, to me definitely screams fall. And this is no different. It's a really pretty color. Again, I'm just applying the base onto the nail here. And then we're going to dip in. I don't have like a particular way I dip. So the first layers of everything came out pretty smooth. And then I did do a second coat of everything off camera. And some of those came out kind of wonky. But this is the first layer of that color. Very pretty. Now, y'all know these type of shades get me every time. So this is kind of like a minty shade, and it's really pretty. Y'all excuse my son, he is in the background being so extra out there, and you can just hear it because he's very loud, but he's enjoying himself, so it is what it is. And I'm in my room. I'm not going in my truck to do a voiceover because it's probably scorching in there and I just can't do it. So we're going in now with this like mint green. And I don't know why, but I love mint green so much. It's such a pretty shade. This one is versatile though. It screams spring to me, but it also can be fall as well. This next one is another like burnt orange type vibe. But this one has glitters, and y'all know we love glitters. Glitters are everything. So this was like one of my favorites out of this kit, obviously because of the glitters. You can never go wrong with glitters. So I'm just grabbing the Swatch stick, and then I'm going to apply the base on here so that we're able to see this beautiful shade. So the next shade is like a pinkish nude, I believe. I made this video probably like 2 weeks ago, but I have so many other things that I do in between that I just needed to find a spot to kind of put it in. Again, my video for tomorrow should have went today, but I wanted to get this one here out the way just so y'all could see what I came up with and just see how these dip powders actually work. I'm not sure if I have a code, but if I do have a code, I'll link it down below like always. But this yellow, y'all know yellow is one of my favorite colors, so this was definitely a plus for me. It's like remind me of like a golden type yellow. It's really cute though, very nice. I love to see the different shades that come with dip powder. Always very interesting. But yeah, I'm going in and I'm dipping in, and everything looks a little dark now, and of course a little dusty, but when the top coat goes on, it's absolutely amazing. So here again is another like orange type of vibe. This one is a bit brighter than the first one that I actually swatched, but again, very cute as well. Fall vibes are in the air. I have a couple of fall sets I want to do before I fully jump into the Halloween season, because next month I'll be doing the Halloween Spotlight Collab Challenge that I've been in for about 2 years now with my girl Tessa. She is in charge of that. So yeah, we got the participants now and we're just trying to get everything together. Y'all, this shade here was a favorite of mine too. It's like a gray, and I don't think I've seen a gray dip powder. I'm sure they have them, and like I don't watch a lot of dip powder videos, but this color here was so beautiful. It's like a gray, but then also like a light blue, like a very light blue. really super pretty, and I definitely want to try to see what type of a set I can incorporate with this particular dip powder because it was just so pretty. Look how pretty this color is. Very, very nice. So now I'm going in with the activator. You want to do that after you dip your nails in, and I go over it with like 2 coats on everything, but I'm going to just activate all of these before going in with any top coat. I don't normally like file my Swatch sticks, so some of them are going to be kind of wonky, have like little extra pieces and stuff, but with a Swatch stick I don't bother with it. It's just the natural nail, or excuse me, the nail that I would file. So I decided to do 4 with the gel top, 4 with the matte. The first 4 I did it with the matte, and then now these last 4 I'm gonna do with the regular gel top. Now I will say I didn't let the matte dry long enough, I assume, because it's still gonna look a bit shiny. It'll have some matte to it, but a bit shiny. And I was trying to get this video out the way the day I did it, so I didn't have enough time for it to actually dry, but yeah, I did it. And this is how the first 4 look with gel top. I normally don't use the dip powder top. I always use like a regular gel top, but for this one I decided to go ahead and do that. These are the matte ones. Again, they didn't dry enough, but this is how they were looking. And now we're jumping right into the set. Today I'm using my Roslyn full cover tips. I'm taking their little file and filing off that piece on the tip of the nails that's always there when you have like a full cover nail. Just to get started in with this set, I applied them using the Gel X method off camera, but I also used a peel off because I'm going to take them off after I'm done with the set. So I'm going in now with step 1, which is the base, and you want to apply this where you want it on the nail. You want to be careful to apply this just to where you want it, because wherever that goes, it sticks. So I'm showing the colors that I decided to use, both of the oranges, the one with the glitter, the one without. And then maybe I was thinking of incorporating the mint green just because I love it so much. So I wanted to try to do like a color block design. So I'm taking this tape and putting it on my index just to try it, just to see, because y'all know I love color blocks. So I just wanted to see if I could achieve that with dip powder. So when I'm putting the tape on, I'm making sure there's no air bubbles or nothing to where either that base can slip under it or the dip powder, anything. I don't want nothing to go under the tape, so I'm just making sure it's nice and smooth. Then I'm taking the base on the tip of this nail and just going in with it so that I can apply my first color to see about my color block. So after the base is on, I did decide to use the mint green, and I'm going in here on that wet base with the mint green, and it comes out really smooth. I like how smooth it applied. So that was the first half of this nail. I'm gonna now take the tape off to reveal what it looks like after I dust it off, because it looked kind of funny with the tape on, because obviously I got some on top of the tape. Well, actually, I'm sorry, I'm going in with a second coat of the mint green first to build up the opacity of the nail, make it more opaque. And yeah, so I'm going in with that second coat here, and then I'm going to tap the excess off my nail and then use that little brush and dust it off. I kind of like to pour until it's not wet like you see there, but I feel like I didn't want it to be all bulky and extra that you know, it happens sometimes with dip, so I just kind of figured I'd leave it like that because it was really opaque. So I'm letting it dry before I go in to take off that tape. And in the meanwhile, because we're already using mint green, I'm going to go in on my pinky where I also wanted to use the mint green again. And again, just be careful when you're applying the base, because if you get it on your skin, then the dip powder sticks to your skin. You got to work to get that off. So make sure you're applying it to your nail right where you want it, nice and smooth, nice and thin, not too bulky. And then you're just going to pour over if your nail is too long to go in the bottle. And look how nice that applied. That looks really, really nice. This little piece that I'm using to catch the dip powder, it's plastic. So, I mean, it can last. I mean, you can make it last, but you have to be, you know, pretty easy with it because it feels very flimsy, as if it could like break easily. So you want to be very gentle with that if you know, plan on keeping it for more than one set. I feel like it's really nice. I love any product that catches dip powder, glitters, things like that. It's really nice because you're not wasting so much product, and that's always a plus. So I definitely needed this. I'm definitely glad it was included. But this is how it looks after 2 coats. Really nice, y'all. I love how this one here applied very, very nice. So as far as the mint green goes, I do believe that I am done with it. So I'm going to place that to the side and then clean out that little tray really, really good. So I rubbed it down with alcohol and everything. So now I'm revealing my first half of my color block. And yeah, it came out so perfect. It came out really, really nice. I enjoyed it. So now here, I'm trying to go in on the other end with one of the orange shades to complete this color block nail. And I kind of like made the line a little crooked, so I had to end up going back in and trying to straighten that up. And so it overlapped a bit, but it was no big deal. I feel like for my first attempt, it came out very, very well. Because the thing with the dip powder, I know you can do a lot, but I feel like you're limited to what you can do because, you know, it's dip powder. But this today showed me that, yeah, you can do a little something with it. You just have to take your time and be patient with it, but you could do a little more. So I poured over, and because that green is already there pretty dry, you don't have to worry about the color transferring from the other dip powder. It should be fine. As you guys saw, I poured it over the whole nail, and it was fine. It didn't transfer onto the green. It didn't do anything to the green portion. So now I'm going to go back in and try to do my second layer of this color here. So the second layer looks nice. It had a little bumps and lumps in it, and I kind of don't like that about dip powder. Like, I poured it over the same way. I applied the base pretty smooth, but it still kind of had like dips in it. I'm going in now on my middle finger with that same shade, but I'm going to do a full nail of it, and I'm just going ahead and pouring that over per usual. And again, it did apply very well on the first coat. Super, super nice. Super smooth. And that's what I look for when I'm doing dip powder. I want my application to be nice and smooth whenever I'm, you know, attempting to do dip powder. Pouring over again, I'm going to knock off that excess, and it came out okay. So now on my ring finger, I'm going in with the glitter shade. I think I did that on the ring and the thumb, and it's pretty much the same process. I'm just pouring over, and then I'm going to dust off the excess, and I'm going to go in with that second coat. I hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And thank you to anyone that does take their time to watch my videos. I greatly appreciate you. And watching my videos to the end actually helps me out quite a bit. So grab you a good snack and just enjoy the set. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family. And I thank you so, so much for joining me on my nail journey. And if you've been subscribed, I love you guys more than words can say, and I'm so thankful and grateful for you all. So once the dip powder is all applied, I'm now going in with that activator. And if y'all saw my index, is like super bumpy on the orange area, and that just always gets me, because like with dip powder, you really shouldn't have to like file too much. I mean, it should be a pretty simple application. I like to go over it twice with the activator just to make sure everything hardens. I wait a few moments. This is what it's looking like with just application, and I must say it's super cute, definitely giving off fall vibes. I love that glitter dip powder. It's really pretty. So now I'm taking the file that they provided and just going in on my sidewalls and just like crisping everything up, taking off any excess dip powder that I can that way, and just making sure the nails are nice and crisp. Then I'm taking the buffer that was also provided in the kit and just buffing over all of my nails. And most of the time when I'm doing dip powder, it always buffs out anything that's there. It's normally not much, but that index, it just had an indentation that was a little bit too much. Everything else filed pretty great. For the glitter, I probably would have encapsulated it with a clear just to make sure I don't like buff anything off, but it didn't come with the clear, so I didn't want to incorporate any other dips in the video, so I just used it as is. I normally don't use my e-file on dip powder nails, but this index was bothering me, so I tried to go in with my mandrel just to smooth it out a bit, and it really kind of didn't work. I went around the cuticle on the nails to make sure everything was nice and flushed, but for me, this is on a low speed, so I'm probably at like 4 RPMs, and it just was taking off too much, so I stopped and went back in to buff everything back out. So I've had this particular foil for a few years and been wanting to use it, and I thought I would use it for today's set. Why not? So I'm going in now with my Manicure nail foil glue, and I'm going to apply that foil to both my middle and my pinky. I try to do a little 1-2 on my index right where the colors meet, and like add a foil there too. It didn't come out exactly like I wanted, but again, this is trial and error, just having a little fun with the dip powder. And the nails came out okay, but I'm gonna tell y'all a problem that I had in just a moment, and why I prefer to use my regular gel top coat versus the dip powder top coat. So again, I got the nail foil glue on, I cured it for a full 60 seconds, and then I always wait an additional 30 seconds before applying the foil, and I always get a great transfer. So now I'm just placing it where I want. Using my silicone tool, I'm gonna go ahead and just smooth everything out, and then rub with my fingers until I do feel like it's ready for a nice transfer. So this is where I tried to incorporate the foil like right in between the two colors on the index, also because there's like a piece, like a little chunk there missing, so I wanted something to kind of cover it. It didn't come out how I wanted because the design is so like open that it didn't fill it in like I thought it would, but again, trial and error, it was worth a try, and I can see it when I have the nails on, so it worked for me, like the purpose that I was using it for. But again, I just apply it with my Madam Glam Ultra Liner. I used that to put on the nail foil glue where I wanted it. Cured for a full 60 seconds and then waited an additional 30 seconds. And now you see me applying that foil to that area. So my overall review on the dip kit is it's a good dip kit. If you're interested, I'll go ahead and leave everything linked down below. The only thing I didn't like was the top coat, but we'll get into that in just a moment. Otherwise, really beginner friendly. So now I'm going in with the gel top coat. Well, the shiny top coat, because it's not a gel top coat. I guess it is. I don't know. In my opinion, it's not because of what ended up happening. So I was taught to do like 3 strokes on your first top coat. I didn't right there. And y'all, excuse my cuticles. They was busted in this video because it was a quick video that I was trying to get out and I hadn't done any kind of like real prep. But anyways, I'm going in and doing a couple of strokes with the first layer of the top coat, and it just brought that glitter nail to life. I love it. And then I let it dry, and then I go back in with the second coat. Now, what I found with this was it distorted my foils. I don't know why, but when I let it dry and then I went and looked at it again, you couldn't even tell what the design was. It was all smeared. So I was like, oh man. So I literally filed it off and then reapplied those foils again. And I still decided to use the top coat because I just wanted to see. And yeah, it was a mistake. It smeared really badly. At this point that I used the foils, I definitely should have went in with my gel top coat that you actually have to cure, and the foils would have been fine. But yeah, I just went back in and redid it and like showed my last little whatever real quick before, you know, they distorted too much. I used the top coat again from the dip kit, and I'm placing some AB rhinestones right by the cuticle. Now this top coat dries on its own, so I was trying to be fast with putting the rhinestones there so that it wouldn't completely dry before I got them on. Normally I would use a rhinestone glue or something like that to apply my rhinestones because I don't want them to come off, and these literally came off as I was taking the set off. So I don't know if you can kind of see right there where it's like really distorted, that design, but I ended up again taking it off and redoing it really quickly just to kind of see if it made a difference. But it was definitely the top coat from the dip powder kit that was like distorting out my foil, and it was okay. It still came out cute though. And here is the finished set. So cute. So y'all can tell I redid it. The pinky started distorting again like towards the end of the video, but I feel like the design came out really cute overall. Very, very nice. Everything went together very, very well. Really cute. Like, this was a really nice dip powder set. But comment down below and let me know what you think of the set. And if you've made it this far, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all for joining today, and I'll see you in my next one. Remember to be the best you that you can be, and much love to you all.